Oh, what's going on? You can see the camera's changed a little bit. There was a my camera wasn't when I did the self-guided stream today. Like my camera wouldn't turn back on again, so I took the time to put the settings back where I need them. Because it looked like a potato, and it really wasn't. It was set up for outdoor camera shots, like using it for photography in a city. What's going on? Yeah, it looks. Does it look good on your end? Does like everything look normal? Does the camera look good? It looks like shit. If you don't recall, like the past week or two, it's looked like terrible. It looked like a potato. Like I was filming on a potato. Yeah, it looks much better, right? I had to change it so that, like, see how everything's out of focus behind me? And my camera speed and flashing my hands and all that kind of stuff. It focuses on my face and stuff and blurs the background slightly. Yeah, thanks. I wanted my camera when I did the self-guided stream today. I came on stream earlier and it was a black screen, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do the whole entire thing tight here." I was like, I might as well put the camera. Like, this is an expensive camera. It's like, it's a pretty expensive camera. It's like well, the setup is like $2,000 or something when it's all done. Like the battery packs and the fucking wires and it looked like a potato. So I'm like, I could just use a webcam rather than this thing. Ding tighter. This is a test stream. I gotta make some changes here. Hold on. But we can talk. Hold on here. You guys never really get to see everything here either, do you? Like, I've taken a picture and shown my setup in the Discord. It's kind of stupid. I'll try to find a picture and post it in the Discord again. I think we have a channel that shows everybody's setup. And my setup has changed. I now have like widescreen. I have like widescreen everywhere. Like I probably have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I probably have 10 feet of screens that you can't see, up and then down, like 20 feet that you can't even see on the show. You can see a portion of one of the start of it over here. Hold on here. Look, you guys want to give me a second? And I'll set up the. I had to turn off my computer a couple times and reset like Streamlabs and I think Streamlabs has a server and it will have artifacts that bounce back and forth, and then it doesn't get told what's like. It's like, oh, we're looking at this other rule that no longer exists, and it thinks that it exists. So hold on here. Sorry for the wonkiness here. Give me a second. Nope, not that. Hang tight here. This one? There we go. Can I restore images? No. As a matter of fact, I was just on the phone with Doggone It earlier. Dude, why is that one not showing? Hang tight here. Bookmap's not showing now. See, like, it gets so fucking goofy. It's like, nope. It's like double. There we go. Close. All right, we got Bookmap back again. All right, so, and it's dark, isn't it? This shouldn't be that dark. Hold on a second here. A little bit brighter. Is that brighter? Yeah, you can see me now. I just changed an ISO setting. That's a little dark, isn't it? Do you guys think that's a little dark? I think that's dark as fuck. Do you think this looks dark? Do I look like I'm in a dungeon or something, or do I look like I'm in a cool lounge? I'm in my cigar room. It did, right? I looked at the, so when I had the other settings, I looked at the video, I was like, holy shit, on a big screen, it's going to look like ass. I think it's still a little dark, too. Hold on. Hey. Now it looks like I've got a little bit of sun on my face. So, I don't know if you know anything about video production, but I started out with window light. It's unbelievable. It's beautiful. But I live in Detroit, and Detroit has horrible lighting. It's dark. It's one of the cloudiest cities in the country. It's as bad as Portland. And so I I got so angry about it that and frustrated that a guy was like, "Look, just do it. Like, build yourself an office and do artificial lighting around the entire thing so it's consistent, whether it's day, night, whether it's raining outside and cloudy and dreary or it's sunny. But like on sunny days, you can't. If you live in like California or anywhere that doesn't have a lot of clouds, you can get beautiful natural light, gorgeous, gorgeous pictures or video streaming with an expensive camera. But in my situation, I've had to do artificial, so everything is artificial. Like I've got like little pin cameras and little I forget what they're called, but like soft boxes, and then I've got like little things everywhere to try to make you more 3D. I'm supposed to light the back of my head, which I don't have on right now, and I need to have it on. And I'm supposed to light the top here, and that's off too. Hold on here, my wife is calling me. Hang on, guys. What's up? Ooh, I'm getting hot dogs for dinner. I want everything on them. I want like the spicy mustard, relish, onions. Yeah, throw the boat on it. You want to say hi? I'm doing a test stream right now for the office because my camera was fucked up from taking pictures. I love you. No, you're not going to waste your time. Just bring it to the office. I'll eat while I'm talking. Just you might want to don't be naked. Well, you can be naked, but you'll be on film, so be careful. All right, I love you. All right, bye. Okay, so it's been a long ass day here. So this morning I got roped into some stuff I didn't want to get roped into. I thought I'd be back early, and I wasn't. I went to the University of Michigan as a chaperone, and then I didn't get back in time for the show. And then I'm like texting my wife. I'm like, "Can you move the chart and put this on there and that on there? Can you like show this and show that?" So let's do some chatting really quick. Let's do like a brief. You guys want to do a brief maybe? I got to write a brief anyways tonight, but we should do a brief. And what's fascinating is I was talking to Doggone It for about an hour or two just now. I just got off the phone with him. He's a member in our Discord. It's hard for me because I have a wife and children. I've got to talk to members. I got to talk to the community, talk to people one-on-one. I was telling him, I said, there's not enough time in the day. There really isn't. I don't have enough time. I'm awake like 18-hour days, literally. Like, at 18 hours, I might get like four hours of sleep a night if I can. And Memorial Day is coming up on Friday. I'm fucked right now. I am totally fucked. Like, I don't have all my shit done for this, and I'm trying to coordinate with different people. We have members that are coming out for Memorial Day weekend to meet. If any of you are in Michigan or can get to Michigan, anybody out there, I will be at Movement and a couple cool after hours too. So if anyone's interested in going to Movement, don't feel like you can't show up. It's a good time. And I provide a good time if you want to come out. So yeah, we have fun. We have blast. We go dancing. We'll go walk the city streets and stuff. We'll go to great restaurants. We'll hang out. It'll be fun. So if you're watching this right now, so if you're in Michigan or nearby and you want to go to oh, she's got a bunch of stuff there for me. If you're in Michigan and you want to go to Movement, the tickets are selling out. I think they only have general admission tickets available now for 3 days, but they've got 1-day passes for VIP for Saturday and Sunday. And Monday is kind of like a dead day. It's family day, they call it at Movement. Sunday or Monday is. I think they only have Saturday, Sunday VIPs 1-day tickets. Those two are the only 2 days you need. This is one of the only music festivals in the world that I've been to where the age group is older. It veers older, although they're trying to make it a younger audience. So if you like go to Coachella and it's really young, I go to Coachella too, but it's really young focused. Movement is focused on all age ranges. And what else is fascinating about it is the better parties are not even in the festival. Detroit has parties all over the city. It's everywhere. Every bar, restaurant, rooftop, backyard, you name it, there is some kind of they call it after hours, but it's 24 hours a day. There's like shows, parties, events, live, like there's like live musicians doing techno and EDM and drum and bass, you name it. And then there's just like craziness going on in the city. Like this is probably the busiest the city is in the year. If there was like one time of year this city is rocking, it is movement. And so the show starts like today. Like last night, it was going on last night. It's going on tonight and tomorrow. I could go to parties all night long tonight in the city, and they're just packed with people as they come into town. So if you want to go to movements, you can just get a one-day pass or just get Saturday, Sunday, and you can get tickets to after-hours parties 24 hours a day all over the city, and they have free shows. There's like I have a list of like 20 free shows. You could come to movement and not pay $1 for like entry into movement and go to like shows everywhere all around the city. So if you want to come, that's what I'm doing too in the background. So, and I'm not ready for this at all. Like I was supposed to be shopping after close today, and I got stuck doing all this stuff. And yesterday, and I got dragged out of my house yesterday too. Got dragged out of the house this morning, and so we're coming into Memorial Day weekend. So I hope you have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. By the way, I will be here for the show tomorrow all day long. I'll be here on the show for you guys. But at 4 p.m., I'm like off and running, and we have members that are coming out. We've got people already. I got a list of them. I just had to write like an itinerary thing to add people. We have like a brunch with like 8 people going at the foundation, I believe. But anyways, if you want to come, shoot me with an email. I probably shouldn't give this out, but shoot me at captainjimjames@gmail.com, and I'll send you an itinerary if you want to go. It'll show you where to buy your tickets, what tickets to get. If you don't want to get tickets, I'll send you a list of the free events. If you don't want to hang out the whole weekend, just want to hang out for a little bit, you want to do some dancing together, I go to all these, like, I know exactly where to go to have a good time, so we can go have a blast. What are you guys all doing out there? How y'all doing? It's this weekend. It started like yesterday. Like Detroit is like popping right now. Like, people come from around the world. It's considered the home of techno in the United States of America. Like Detroit is the home of techno. Chicago's the home of house. New York might fight that and say that it started in Europe, of course, and then it went to underneath the Brooklyn Bridge, excuse me, and then it like spread out. But Detroit is the home of techno, and people really take it serious. They take this event serious. You meet like famous people everywhere. It's really fucking cool. It's probably the coolest part of this. No, there's cooler parts to say, but this like event for the city for the year, this is the one. Anyways. And for a bunch of different reasons too. It like talks about how culture and your life experiences, especially in techno, is really based in the history of this music is based in for people a lot of pain in their lives or in their society or culture, and how that politics and everything, how it's expressed through music. And they take that. It's not like just EDM, right? We're not just going to see like I don't know, pretty lights and their cool show or their cool lighting show and shit. We're like, people are here because this music's been a part of their lives, and how they make it and how they listen to it and why and all this other stuff. I don't want to talk about that here in the stream, but I'm missing a bunch of the chat here. I go to the chat. The chat's not working either. Can somebody chat on? Can you guys not chat? You guys want to open up the chat? Hold on. Give me a second. I'll open up the chat on YouTube. Hold on here. It started way back in like the 60s and 70s. It started in Europe, and then it moved from Europe to Detroit specifically. A lot of artists, like musicians and stuff, picked this music up in Europe. They brought it back to Detroit. They started playing it here. Look up Detroit techno history on YouTube, or what's the history of Detroit techno, and you can watch some really, really in-depth. Let me turn on the chat here. Hold on. I may have fucked this up. Hold on here. Here, right there. Nope. Nope. Anytime, iteration. There you go. Chat's open on YouTube. Sorry about that. I fucked it up. So it started here in Detroit. There was like a scene or a sound that came out of Detroit and went around the world. And so that they're trying to recapture that. There's like an after hours called, you know what, look up something cool? Look up No Way Back. It's one of the best after hours that goes on here in the city. It's really fucking crazy. Look up like the documentary that pops up. Watch that thing. What's going on, 26 Grumpy? What's up, buddy? How you doing, brother? I like it. I like it. I like the name, 26 Grumpy. We should talk about today, or not today so much as market, where the market's going and stuff. I'm assuming this is dealers selling into strength when they can here. And then some sellers came out to amplify too. And I actually was going to I told my wife to post something about this, and then I told her not to, and I shouldn't have. I was going to tell her to watch out for like 10:30, 12:30 this afternoon and the end of the day. So because we sold yesterday on expiration, sellers are here, and I think dealers are too, but you can see the amplified selling of the day. Go look. Let me see if my camera's working everywhere. Hold on. I had to fix my camera today. Does my camera work now? Yep. Oh, we're good. Okay, so just on the day today, you can see just this price action was insane, right? This is like murder the option board day, right? Up, right? Slam you down, up, slam you down. It's not even like clean. Up, slam you down. Some people say it's because we're in neutral gamma that we're having this price action, but this looks like positive gamma price action to me. You know, it's just like wreck you, go up here, wreck you again, let off a little bit, even though we're going up, right? Kind of a brutal trade, isn't it? An intraday, that's brutal. This is why spreads are the way, your friend in a lot of ways. And when we're in this kind of price action, spreads are the way to go. You find a market low, you put on a spread, and you ride it. And you don't fuck around unless you're a great kick-ass trader, unless you know to do this all day long. You're in, you're out, you're in, you're out, you're in, you're out. It's not an easy trade. I don't think it's an easy trade for a lot of people. I think the easier trade is finding the trend, buying a bottom, spreads, and just let it run till you get to the upper end of the channel, right? Hey, we're going to go start here and go here. And they did it again at the close. I was watching for it when I was here on the stream. I was here in the stream today, like at the tail end of the day. Dealing with shit for movements too at the same time. And I'm like, maybe they'll run it down at the end. They didn't. Then they did, like bam, bam down here, you know, and we're still on fucking trend. Let me show you what we are in trend right now. Hold on here. Why is that not open? Hold on here. Come on. What's going on? Why am I having such a pain in the ass? There we go. Okay. Let me show you something fascinating here. Or a couple fascinating things. So we had OpX, right? Let me bring up OpX really quick. Just some little things. And maybe you tell me what you think of this. So options calendar. Hold on here. Let me see what you think about this stuff. Hold on. What do we got? I'm having some issues online right now too. I don't know why that is. Maybe I need to turn off the whole beast. Having like slow computer here. Let me turn off some of this shit I got going on in the background. Turn that off, that off, turn that off. Turn that off, turn that off. Okay, this is working now. Okay, hold on. Give me one quick second, gents and ladies. Okay, so we've got the... what am I doing here? So I want you to think about the options calendar. and how options are opened and closed and rolled in positions, and how that impacts the stock market. I always talk to you guys about trying to stay with the market. It is imperative that you learn the flow in the market, like how people, not people, but large traders enter and exit the market, their outlook on where we're going to go, and when we're on highs and lows within that time period, what are they doing? And more importantly, what I really, so, or not more importantly, but let's look at the March OPEX calendar. Now, in the March, oh, wait a minute, expiration calendar too. I wish I would make videos more. I wish I did like 3 live stream or 2 or 3, or maybe like 2 guided streams and like 3 streams, or no, 3 streams that are guided and 2 streams that are unguided streams, and then record more videos like this, or even do private, I'm trying to do more private streams. I hooked up like a second internet line in my office. I've got now 2 fully separate, whatever the fuck they're called, fiber lines into my office. And so I need to start doing that sooner than later. I'm still working on it right now. It's a pain in the ass. But I wish I did more of this kind of stuff with you guys, because I never really get to. And sometimes you guys are like, I don't understand this and I don't understand that. And I'm like, what do you, like, we talk about it all the time, but we kind of don't. So the first thing I want to bring to your attention, let's start at baseline. This is from macrooption.com, and you can't see it behind the chat box up here, but it gives you the dates for VIX expiration for this year. And I want you to think about this calendar, right? Go to, type in, like Google search, type in VIX expiration calendar, click on the macro option one. It's very simple. It just gives you dates. You can get more complicated with this, like when do these contracts stop trading? When do these contracts stop trading? But right now, like if you're square one, you just want to know when the VIX expiration calendar is. The other thing you want to know is when is option expiry, and they have an option for this on macro option too. Just do a Google search for option expiry calendar, and you don't need to get all tricked out with all of the different, like, not square one, you don't. You just need to know when is fucking OPEX and when is fucking VIX expiration. You also want to note in this stuff that there's always like a monthly or quarterly expiration, a monthly expiration, there's a weekly expiration, there's a daily expiration. As a matter of fact, we have what some people like to call tech expiration, and that is on Friday, which is tomorrow. And I want you to think about this. If we have tech expiration on Fridays, why do you think we have that terminology or that meme or that? Why do we say that? We say it often because of what? We can imply something from that. If we want price to go to a certain place on a tech stock and you get crushed all week long, oftentimes they'll let price go where it's supposed to go on Friday. You ever notice on some Fridays where, like, you know, quick dip down, then it's rip all day long, right? And then they blast it down at the close. And they're getting price to where it needs to go while that chain is being murdered the entire week. It's pretty easy, right? I sell you a contract for, let's say, 6,000, and I don't want, and other people don't want that contract to pay you. We'll bring price to 6,000, but not until the last possible second. Oftentimes, you'll see that on weekends too, right? Big, huge gap up over the weekend. You guys make no money because you're buying single options. So think about VIX expiration, think about OPEX, and more importantly, also think about this in terms of the quarterly, the monthly, the weekly, the daily, okay? And I've always thought to myself, if they had options running 24 hours a day in the U.S. market, what would happen to our markets? How would they act? They would freak out because the dealers are offering up these contracts to different markets. They don't just sell you and I as an American contracts. They sell these things to people in Asia. They sell them to people in Europe. And they offer up the markets depending upon where price is at the start and close of each market. And there is some overlap. You ever hear in the morning they'll say, watch out, we've got Euro close coming up. You ever see how like they attempt to sell at 10:30, right? It's like an easy trade. And if people think we're going to roll over, they're going to sell even more at that time period. You see the same thing happen around 12:30 and 1:30 in the afternoon, and the same thing if we go up at the close at the end of the day. So I want you to get those dates, and then what I want you to do is I want you to start keeping a chart at home. And I want you to, I keep that chart for the JPM caller, and every quarter I keep track of the price action and how that caller and other hedges can become magnets or they can become detractors. The same thing applies oftentimes with OPEX and expiration. And if you can keep a running tally of when that expiration and OPEX happens on the quarter and the month, sometimes you can glean how the month flows and how the quarter flows based upon expiration and OPEX. You begin to see a little bit of insight as to how this market runs. Like, hey, we have a bearish or a bullish outlook on this month. And where are we trading in relation to those contracts that are out there? If we have a bullish expectation on the month, right? And when are we going to actually print that shit? Usually, it's end of the month. They're not going to print those numbers until those contracts are dead, either at OPEX or month end. And we get new flows thereafter, don't we? We usually get the first week new flows, then we get flows from earnings. You can start to see somewhat of a picture of how the market operates. So let's look at March. We've got the March options expiry was March 21st. So let's see what let's do it on here. We'll do it on this. All right. So we've got hold on, let's get rid of all this. Okay, so I use Webull on one of my screens in a tab, and I check it every once in a while. And what I use Webull for in particular is traditional charting, believe it or not. I want to know where traditional investors sit. I assume already that they draw lines. I'm going to assume that, like, if you're a traditional trader or something, or you're just like Bob on Main Street, you're like, look at bro, there's the SPY, man, right? But you don't necessarily have to respect this, and I don't think the market respects this at all. But look at that. Woof. If you just traded this, you'd be pretty good, right? Not bad. You need any other tools? I'll go with no. You don't need any other tools, right? Bam, bam, up, down, thank you, ma'am. Worked pretty well for those guys. Those guys doing a pretty good job, right? So you want to watch and see when we're on trend, within a trend, within a trend, within a trend, where we're going, right? And where are we right now? We are. Whoop. I'm assuming if you're a bear, you're probably looking at this and you're like Northman Trader or something. You probably put some bear doom out there and just do a big old fucking probably do a big old what's this, like this one right here. Oh, right? Doom. But in fact, this is where the dip is bought. Let's get serious here. This is where the dip gets bought. This is where fear is. Fear is here, here, here. Fear is somewhat, no fear in here, but there's fear right here for sure, right? I assure you there's fear here. As a matter of fact, let's clean this up. Even go down there. right? You can say, oh, you know what, Cap, we're going to go down here eventually. I can respect that too. That's in the 70s and the 60s. This is what a bear wants, right? I want that blood trade. But I want to show you guys something that's important here. You got this, see these buyers right here? It's a little bit higher, isn't it? Possibly. Unless we're going to have a correction or major pullback of some kind, right? And look what happened here today. They bought it, didn't they? They bought this little fucker down here. They bought 80, didn't they? Look at that. They bought it. Whoop, up. Just in, hold on here. Just look at that traditional chart, and they came in here and they stepped in like it was nobody's fucking business, right? Whoop, right back up again. And you're probably going to expect them to be here in the morning. Even if it fails, you're going to expect those same buyers trying to get us higher and higher and higher and take the trip up, right? Where are they going to? Woof. Looking for some pretty big highs, aren't they? Even if we went down there, where they're looking for, you know, these buyers are like, they're probably looking for some kind of trade up here, right? That's 600 right there. So now let's look at expiration again, and let's look at OpEx. So OpEx, we know that March 21st was OpEx, right? And some people think that depending upon where you are in the quarterly cycle, that really does matter. And it does. But let's just look at March. March 21st, right? Hold on here. No, not March. Sorry, April. Excuse me, April. April 17th. I think we're closed on Monday of that, so I think it's only the 17th. But let's look at April. April 17th. And what makes this important? They came in early in this month, and they printed it, didn't they? We went down, right? But then we printed up into April, right? And what's more fascinating is that the OpEx, right? We came down into OpEx, and we had expiration, which was April 16th. Right here. So here's VIX. Can I write anything in here? Can I put letters in here? Text. You text. Expiration. What's fascinating is we're up here at these highs into OpEx, right? Hold on. We're up there at these highs into OpEx, and we hit expiration, and we fucking sold into OpEx. Oof. Right? Here's OpEx. And this month, we had it in reverse, didn't we? We had OpEx first and expiration second. So what did the market do? In our case, is it went up into OpEx and held, and then it started to fade, and then wham, the expiration sent us lower, didn't it? All right, so you got expiration over here this time, and OpEx later. Now, what's the last piece of the puzzle? Well, we've got month end. And there it is right there. This is month end. Right? So we've got expiration first, sell us down into OpEx, and then what did we do? We're right back up in a month end, and we printed it, didn't we? Up here, slam, right? And then down. New flows start coming in, right? Where are we going? So now let's look at this new case. So we went up until VIX sent us down, and then back up to where that OpEx target was, right? For month end. And I want to look at this one here. So for OPEX for May was on the 16th. Right? Actually, OPEX came before expiration. So what did we do with no trigger? No trigger, right? So what happened? We ran this shit up, and there was nothing stopping it, right? Pin, 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 pin. Right? And then we get the delayed reaction on expiration. I'm sorry here. We have expiration on the 16th. We got, so I got this wrong here. We were able to come down. The OPEX here is the 17th, right? No, wait, 16th. I got this right? Wrong here? 21st. Excuse me. I got this right. I think I got this right. Well, let me just check this again. OPEX for May was the 16th. Right here. And then the expiration for May was the 21st. OPEX. And so now let's look at this together. And you can see that the market in here unclenched, right? Trigger was expiration. And in this case, the unclench didn't start until after OPEX. We even had one more bump up until we got into actual OPEX and blasted down, right? But the last part of this is we haven't entered into where does the market want to go? And once we're done with expiration, where does the market want to go? It wants to go higher. It wants to go where? If we have this one right here, expiration, the market wants to climb higher, doesn't it? Into month end. Now, I don't know if we're going to go higher into month end or not. I have no idea, right? If you get people too scared, we can do a directional change too. So I want you to think about expiration. Does it come before or after OPEX? I want you to think about the ability for the market to unclench, and that's up too. If we're trading down into a expiration, if we were trading down into expiration, you're hoping for an unclench up afterwards. Now that up move can be an unclench that's just for brief moments. And then we have continuation down if nobody rolls their contracts higher. All right? If they're all wound up with like die, SPY, die, SPY, die, SPY, or it can signal a directional change to the upside. And in the inverse of this, the question becomes, are we going to continue up into month end, or are we going to change sentiment and begin to look for lower? And I'm going to show you here in a moment some of this that's going on right now in the background. But so the big question is the unclench done and we go higher, or do we unclench and then signal a directional change? And that's hard to figure out. You don't really know what we're going to do. So you can hedge for it, like you hedge yourself for a potential directional change. And that's why when we come into these moments, I tell you, when we were up here, as soon as we hit this here, As soon as we like hit this like 89 or something, no, it's even higher, like right here. Wherever the fuck 89 is, I started telling you guys, hedge, hedge, hedge. Why? We're on an up move. We have the potential for an unclench, and we still don't. I say to you, leave your hedge on, because we don't know yet if we're doing a directional change or if we're going to continue higher. Has sentiment changed? Has the net of the rolling of options sentiment changed? Something wrong here? Everybody's afraid of 6,000. Everybody's afraid of going all-time highs. Then you got other players in the market that might know something that you don't know and I don't know. There are participants that actually know. Most of Wall Street is made aware of what's coming. They have people, they have contacts, they have relationships. That's their market, not ours. There are some things that are unknown unknowns. I think Jamie Dimon is famous for saying that, right? Unknown unknowns. It was him or Mike, whatever his name is. They've said unknown unknowns, and that means that they don't know yet. And when they don't know, they feel very. That's why the market's been so punitive too. That they need to know everything, and if they don't know, they get pissy about it. Especially if they think there's something that they don't know. There are then there are unknown unknowns like I don't want to say it, but like 9/11. It was unknown. It was truly unknown. Nobody knew. You stop thinking about the crazy conspiracies. For 1 minute, the market did not know that 9/11 was going to happen. Those are really bad too, right? We have bad reactions to those. The market hates uncertainty. And we, as retailers, don't have that insider information, do we? So we have a breather from this expiration unclench, and we don't know yet. Nobody knows. Nobody can tell you out there. I'm telling you. There ain't nobody out there that's going to tell you that this is going to turn into something bigger. We already know that it can turn into something bigger. No shit, Sherlock. We all know that. What the fuck? That's not alpha. That's not alpha. Or the market can go to 530. That's not alpha. That's because we're hedging this. The market can go there because we know, I know, you know, and you don't need a fucking furu or a subservice to tell you this. This is not rocket fucking science. And I don't know why these guys sell this bullshit to you. Because you eat it up. It consumes you. And for you as a retailer, you can't allow that to happen. You hedge up here, right? And if we roll, we roll, and you get paid, and your underlying is fine if you've hedged enough. If we go up, your hedge should not cost anywhere near where the market is going. So simple. This is easy. You don't need to get complicated. You don't need to be like, well, if this happens and that happens, and I'm going to explain all this shit to you, and then all of a sudden someone puts a condor in the market, and your whole fucking thesis blows up. So you just hedge at these inflection points. And you can hedge on the other side too, upside hedges too. Hey, if we're going down to the depths of hell, zero, coming into an expiry, I'm going to hedge for some upside action, and maybe even bigger upside action. So, anyways. We don't know where we're going right now. I promise you. And they're going to word it. I want you to go out there and I want you to read how they write this shit to you. Because I read it and I'm like, oh God, they left themselves an out here. They told you about all the doom. And they do like 2 or 3 words that are like, it's not required that this happens. And they tell you this every fucking month and every quarter. And if they get it right, they look like they're fucking Colin Thompson shit. It's just bullshit. It's all it is. You're not going to know if we're doing a major roll here until we start to fucking roll. So you hedge yourself and you get more aggressive to the downside only if and when we make that roll down. So we have month end right now and it's right here. And we have our expiration effect is done. And we're wondering now what's the impact on the stock market. And I want to show you some of that impact right now. If the market becomes hedged, that's one thing. If the market becomes scared, that's dangerous. And there are players in this market that want to see this happen. There are market participants, big ones, right? Big ones. They're like, our viewpoint is down. And there are other large market participants like, nope, we could go up. Probably are going up, and I'm going to place that bet. And right now, people are hedging, and retailers are. I'm so impressed with you. I got to say something. I've never seen there was a commentary yesterday from someone from GS. Here, like Goldman's Malavi on retail flows. He says we have forever tried to segment and understand flows. What is fundamental? What is systematic? What is a hedge fund? What is an institutional? What is smart? What is dumb? Okay? It says embedded in that goal has been the growing relevance of retail. I've told you that on my show, haven't I? I've told you that retail is getting fucking smarter. They have way more access to information than ever before. If you were ever a trader back in the day, I mean back in the fucking day, I used to be on the Yahoo message boards back in the day. Someone would upload the daily gamma data on SPX in the form of a spreadsheet. That was it. And you had to write your own code to disseminate what that meant. And you would have just a curve on an XY axis for your GEX, and that's what you got. Today, you guys can like click a button, and you can get SPX one date data as it changes throughout the day. You never had access to that shit. And you've got a guy like me or someone else, some other fucking furu out there, and they have the same access and can disseminate what it really means and if it's going to really matter. They do it well enough, 6, 7 times out of 10. You don't need to even touch the button anymore and to figure it out. You got a guy like me telling you this is what this means. So this guy Molavi says, we saw the impact of retail meme or embedded in that goal has been growing relevance of retail. And he talks about GME. And I was trading GME on FinTwit when I had nobody knew me. And there's a few guys out there that knew me from Wall Street Bets, and they were like, this fucking guy knows what he's talking about. And all the smartest people didn't know that GME was going to continue going up until they pulled the fucking plug. It's the only way to turn it off. That was it. And a bunch of very smart hedge fund people on Wall Street Bets knew that it was going to continue to go up too. Ruthless traders knew that it wouldn't stop. So this guy is also mentioning here, he says, we saw the impact of retail meme around GameStop and the dangers of being caught wrong-sided by a retail-driven short squeeze. We have repeatedly seen the power of the buy the dip, often led by ETF buying in a new wrapper, or by the juggernaut of 401k flows, or buybacks, right? We've got earnings season buybacks. We've got the windows closing. We got flows coming in from all kinds of different funds and stuff that we have access to. As a retailer, you can actually pay for service to tell you, hey, we're getting X billions in this flow on these days right here. And they'll tell you. Sorry, I'm sick still. Ugh. Hold on. I'm super fucking sick. Okay, so this guy goes on to talk about this. I posted it inside the Discord. I'm not going to talk all about it, but fascinating to see so much Rhine metal was traded by German neo brokers versus the rest of the market, and how much Mag 7 or the AI in the U.S. We also will see the emergence or convergence of brands and retail mind share. Listen to this closely. We're going to see the emergence and convergence of brands and retail mind share. Can you imagine that? Do you know? You probably don't know. I don't think I've ever told you. I'll tell you. I've been told by people in the past, they're like, clean up your act, or wear a fucking button-up shirt, or stop swearing on your stream. I'd love to talk to you about increasing who watches your show. And I've intentionally post shit on Twitter to lose followers. Like, I intentionally don't want 1 million fucking followers. I don't want that. But this guy's talking about retail mind share. That's you and I. That's me on, I think, 4 or 5, maybe 6 platforms. I'm talking to 6,000 to 10,000 people a day. Then they talk to their friends. Their friends talk to their friends. We have people that are professionals that want to know where retail is. They hang out around us. There's AI likely that's monitoring all of this stuff We've heard JPM say they don't do it. The Fed says they do it. Fed says they monitor your chatter. If any of you remember Twitter fall, you could actually see sentiment in Twitter fall. That was the data from Twitter. Now you have to pay for it. But you could see real-time sentiment from these people. And I even have people talking to me now again about it. I have people right now saying to me, I kid you not, I want to make you should go on Sirius, do like a Joe Rogan-esque Howard Stern stock show, CNBC3, and do like a Jimmy, like, I'm not gonna go into it here, but so retailers are a larger power today, is my point in all of this, is that you as a retailer have so much power, unlike you've ever had before. So am I moving my desk or something? It's getting all wavy. Check it out. It's like all wavy. All right. So I want you to realize that as we come into this kind of stuff. So I want to next show you that, or go back to this bottom right-hand side here, and how you have access to this stuff and this data. And you can't call this roll just yet. And we have month end. And that month end target, where is it? Historically, we look at what like OPEXs are and expirations are. The expectation is that this is just an unclench. And if sentiment hasn't changed, or the options market hasn't changed much, the expectation is we're likely going to try to sneak up here, not pay any of that 6,000 until the last possible moment, right? You get the price where it needs to go, and you didn't pay any of those fucking options either. And there's another, just like expiration and OPEX, there's two places. There's one here. You guys will call that Vanna and Charm too, don't you? You're like, oh, it's Vanna and Charm, right? And I'm like, nah, it's month fucking end. So we could literally either into end of month squeeze up, or even just after squeeze up. You guys like calling that Vanna and Charm, right? I know, cool names. But sometimes though, what happens, right? We don't get it unclenched. We just keep grinding up or down. Usually it's on the downside. Sentiment can change, and we don't get that Vanna and Charm cycle, do we? We blast down. And what I want to show you next would be what the options market looks like right now. And this is Net Gamma. This is from Gamma Labs, by the way. Guy's fucking awesome, hella smart. I've talked to him privately. I don't have any deal with this guy. If you sign up, I don't got no codes or nothing. I just like nice and easy and clean and straightforward. And what I'm finding fascinating here is we have some nice hedging. There's a bunch of fucking puts. 5, 8, 7, 5, and 5, 5,900. This is all hedging activity. We can tell because we don't have this all built out yet down here, do we? We're very light over here in puts. We have not changed sentiment yet either. If we had changed sentiment, you would see huge bars all the way down for us to get down and hammer out. And what's also fascinating is that the Gamma flip is at 58.60, sitting at 58.60 right now. So we need to scare people. The market is well hedged currently. And I'm going to tell you as the retail trader, you guys are fucking getting smart. As we're coming up here and hammering up here, and we say to you, hey, VIX is after OPEX. We might not get an unclench until not before OPEX, but after, and that's what happened, right? Up, right? And then into VIX expiration the day before we start to get weak. On VIX day, bam, down again, right? So is the market looking lower? What Net Gamma says is no. We are not looking lower. We are very well hedged. We are actually very well hedged for a roll. Some people will tell you, well, Cap, because we don't have all these puts down here, right? You're not well hedged, but you are. Right here. Right fucking there, you're hedged. If we start blasting down, you're gonna make fucking bank. You're gonna make bank down there. Bank. I would not expect this Gamma to matter until or if we begin to break lower. And that's what's happening, isn't it? So do I see more put buying down here? Nope. No more put buying. I'm not seeing it. And what I am looking at here, though, is this last bar, 58.60. So let's go back here and look. That means they're not hedge cap. Fuck no, they haven't sold their hedges. They've left their hedges on. I think that's wonderful. I think it's great. You've left your hedges on. So let's go back and look at SPYs right now. Or SPX. Over to Gamma. Yes, open it anyways. Look at that sad SPX. No done yet. And they tried to stop us from doing it today, didn't they? Oh, so we came up here today, right? Move this over. And we started doing what? Came down here, and we actually did our first up, didn't we? Where is it? Right here. That's our first up. Move this up. Let me just make this one line. Hold on here. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get the 1, the 2, and the 3, right? Make it way up there. And there's someone in this market that's selling, right? We wanted to see the market blast up and hit this first thing, and it didn't, did it? We got sellers here. Do you think these are dealers? Yeah. And it's probably whoever has those puts too, right? Whoever has that 58, 5,900, 58.75, that put gamma they want to print to the downside. They want to print it. They want to print that hedge. You heard me scream this, or I went on Twitter this morning and said 580 or 580. Woohoo! I personally would love for us to go lower because I'll get a giant fucking print. I'm in a hedge. You guys know that I get big money. And there's somebody out there trying to get me that print. They tried it yesterday, and they tried it at the end of the day today, right? They sold us down. You can see it. Last minute, right? And why are they doing this? Because the markets can do what? More free to move in after hours, isn't it? Overnight markets, much easier to move, right? So this is their only opportunity right now to get us out. Otherwise, we're going to melt up into end of month. But we still don't know if we're going down yet. We still don't. They can try, and we can change sentiment. We start getting down here and underneath, that put gamma that's not showing on that chart will begin to show, won't it? And your sentiments will begin to become more bearish, won't it? And this close was not helpful, was it? You wanted to see what? You wanted to see the ramp up overnight, come back tomorrow, and start trading higher. And what would that mean? That your sentiment would change, wouldn't it? You start hammering the call buttons again, like we're all monkeys and shit, just like calls, right? Dealers in turn have to chase you, which in turn brings price higher. So, and they took some whacks at 10:30 today. They took a whack at it at 12:30, and they took a whack at it again at the end of the day, didn't they? And the best time for them to actually get that down today was when we go into risk off, right? End of day, close our position, and now the market's got less volume in it. And I can force price lower to try to force a sentiment change amongst you. So we're not there still. We're still not there, though. We literally are not. We're still actually sitting on Poop Island up here. Like there's some last vestiges of Poop Island. They really need to they got to get this they got to hammer it down, beat it to submission so we can get that nice tag down there. And that's not what it's like. Buy down here, and they do not want to see this Poop Island grow, do they? They need to get underneath this to get the sentiment change needed from the buy the dippers. So let's talk more about this right now. This hasn't been given up, and I need you to understand that this has not been given up. And we also have something funky going on down here. We've got velocity racing higher right now. So that even if we do lose this, bam, bam, you've got this bar coming up here, and we sweep, and you're still looking at going higher again, once again, right? So can this happen? Sure. Is it guaranteed to happen right now? No, it's not. And they've taken 2 attempts at it, and it still can't flush it. And as a matter of fact, if we wake up tomorrow morning and they don't get a new low, it's actually a place to buy. Somewhere down in here, believe it or not. Even with the failure, it's still a buy with stops underneath it. And then this turns into printing this, right? So if we get the low and we fail to get a new low, right, we would then print that immediately almost, right? It's been bought. Your negative, or we haven't really truly turned sentiment yet negative. So we'll pay attention to tomorrow. So what we want to see is, does this hold? Does this low? Matter of fact, you want to see, I'd really like to see 58.32 hold in cash market. I'd really like to see, like, in cash market, not fake futures, but I'd really like to see this hold down here. You know, like hold, maybe a little bit of weakness, but, you know, if buyers step in on Friday, we could literally have tech. Remember I told you earlier, tech 0-day Friday? That can be puts or calls. If this holds, we'd have some kind of expectation that Friday could be explosive to the upside. Or even the weekend, right? So you could have, if buyers, if we don't get low, you could have like a Giga Tech Friday, and then they, over the weekend, not paying your calls they don't want to pay up here. Wake up on Tuesday, and the market is just fucking cranking. You got a 3-day weekend, right? Perfect time to send the market up and not pay you. Burn your shit down, like rip up the options chain, right? And put price at that 6,000. Thank you for playing. Right? Single option buyers and stuff like that. So there is an argument here for both sides. You want to be paying very close attention to what price action is tomorrow and Friday. If we get down here, we could have Gigatech put, you know, puts printing massively tomorrow, couldn't we? If we drift down below her, we slam the sell button, don't we, on Friday? If we, though, stay up here tomorrow, we wake up in the morning, and we can't get this down here tomorrow. There's no event or anything. This is poised, isn't it? Bam, Gigatech Friday, 3-day weekend, all the way up there. All of a sudden, your hair's on fire. And you're like, well, wait a minute. This guy told me this, and this other guy told me that. This other guy told me that's unclenched. Then he told me that we're going to go to 5,300 or whatever. We're going to go down to, you know, whatever, 5,700, 600, you name it. None of that's real right now. There's no guarantee of it. Is the setup there? Yes. But if these fucking dip buyers step in cash market tomorrow, you're going to run this fucker up. And if they get it up high enough, those dealers are going to chase, and you're going to get annihilated if your viewpoint is doom. So I would get more doomish. And here too is here's your gamma flip, but this is more neutral. They were like bouncing around here. This is more neutral, but all else equal, when we do these down moves into negative gamma, we can easily do them up again too. And you saw that today, didn't you? Right back up. So don't give. I would say to you, don't commit where we are in the market right now too much to, hey, we're going to zero, or hey, we're going to moon. And I would let this happen until we get to that point of slam the mega 0-day puts, 0-day puts, 0-day puts, or I would still be looking higher. The market wants to go higher. You can see it. You can see the market, and if you look back on OPEX and expiration as any indicator, if we can't get underneath this stuff, we're gonna magnet the fuck out of that that big 6,000 bar that's right here, because there's another bar, and it's right here. It's 6,000, and you know, if these puts go away or this gamma goes away, they close them or anything, we start getting higher here, and we start hitting this bar end of month. That was the target on OPEX. We clear out these calls. You know, you could be on the wrong side of this trade quick, in a hurry. And if March or if April was any indication of it, I just showed you the April chart with OPEX and expiration. We ramped into the end of the month. So we could be doing that same process right now while you're all calling it. You're all like, hey, you're going to 6,000. We're going to 5,300. We're going here. We're going there. And right now, we really don't know where we're going. We're still not closing the door on 6,000. And we're still not open door fully on the down move below trend. So be patient is my point to you. The whole point of this story is just watch the market right now. And as it goes up and down and it picks its direction, you can commit to it or buy dips where you should. So we said in the close on yesterday, we said, nope, you buy this, right? And we're going higher. And we said to you also what? Manage your trades in cash market too, and don't leave them over the weekend, all that kind of stuff. Be hedged. But here's another dip buying opportunity. I wonder if you're even thinking that right now. This is a dip buy. This is what this is right now. This is a dip buy with a stop underneath. And if it begins to break down, you lick your wounds and you take the short downtown. So for right now, we are still in buy the dip mode. I don't like seeing, I do not like seeing the auto reject off of the hourly trigger and the half an hour trigger. And I don't like seeing that. I like to see full strength, like, hey, we're up here, smash through that, back test it, and we're up and higher. We did get above the hourly trigger on SPY, but not on SPX today. I didn't like that. I don't like the selling on this here. If we can't recover, we start to break down, they're going to hammer us to the downside. So I don't like this auto reject today. That's negative, bad. But I don't also see the new low either. I didn't see this new low in cash. And if you go to, or even after hours, if you go back to this chart right here, this is SPY, right? They slammed it down. They had stops up here earlier today, right? You guys see, oops, wait a minute. You guys saw me with this saying, hey, that's your support, right? This is your support ending in the close. If they try to flush us again, we break down, get out of that trade, right? What do? Slam it straight down. Low liquidity environments. But what are they doing again? Those same fucking buyers are buying again. Look at them. They're down there buying right now. Almost a pin strike, and some asshole was buying this up. So we come back on Friday, or we come back Friday morning, tomorrow morning, and you know, now we're at 9:30. We still haven't hit Asia. Well, we got Asia yet? No, we got Asia in the next hour. So we got. This is the U.S. market here, right? And then you get, you get U.S., you get Asia market, and you get London. You know, if Asia's in here buying, and if, London's buying, and then if the degenerates come out to play on Friday before a long weekend so they can go party, hey, we're all going to movement. Let's get some degeneracy on Friday so I can pay for my weekend to go party. You know, if they start buying this up for the long weekend, we're going to party time into Friday. Those dealers can't do shit. They will chase. They will literally get in with you long until you stop buying. And maybe it's now like 2 in the afternoon and the market's just ripping faces off and you get out of the market and they'll come back in again and try to sell this fucker down. Right? And for the long weekend. So for right now, where we are, we have the low, right? 580.02. And we have the buyers over here, right? They're still buying. Look at them. Buy the close, right? Buy this morning. You got what? You got that and that. And if this gets bought, this becomes what? You know what that is, right? Inverse head and shoulders, right? And when did they get this low here? Only before the open of the U.S. stock market. Like, look at that. All the way down here, right? And it just bounced. Right, coming to U.S. cash market, and they're just buying it up. Bidding it up. And, dude, they tried so hard. You can see already. You can, like, fucking sell 10:30. 12:30, sell, close, sell, and they're still buying. But right now they are, and I'm gonna expect them at this point to be here at at 9 p.m. and at 2 a.m. So I wake up at 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. or 2 a.m. and we have at 4 a.m. for U.S. market too. I don't know where this is probably wrong, but this chart doesn't show after hours on it, but you get the gist, right? They're going to show up or not show up. So tonight, some homework for you. I want you to watch the Asia open at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I then want you to watch the close for Asia and see if they dump or not. That's going to be important for next week. Did Asia buy and they stay in? I want you to think about London. Did they show up and buy? Did the U.S. show up and buy? And the other thing, too, would be, let's say they don't buy and the U.S. buys at 9:30. Does the London market in particular at 10:30, 11:30, as their markets are closing, do they attempt to get in for a long weekend long? Do we fail the sell at 10:30 a.m.? We start cranking. Let 10:30, 11:30 a.m. If they're still long, or even adding for over the weekend, that could give us some insight as well into what Friday's close is going to look like and what Monday is going to look like as well. So do some homework tonight. It's a good night to do it. Right where we are is an outstanding night to wake up at 2 a.m. and see it, or at 9 p.m., and then at 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then again in the morning, 4 a.m. and right around 9 a.m., 8:30 in the morning. So why we get we get data on Friday mornings at 8:30, or every morning at 8:30 for that same reason. What is the sentiment on the day? Where are we going today? And you also see traders say, I'm out of market at 8:30 a.m. cap when that stuff comes in. Say this is 8:30. Here's 9:30 on Friday, but here's 8:30. And funnily enough, we have a Jerome Powell thing going on too. So let's say we come into like an event here, right? And let's up here, let's say, and then we get bad news. But you see the buyers step in at 8:30. They're like, no, bro. Or even down here, and the buyers step in again. You start seeing it come back up again. You're like, God damn it, they're still here. And you'll see people say, I'm out of market, especially Globex traders, like, oh, nope, I don't care if it goes all the way up. I'll short it down. If it goes all the way down here, I'm going to look to see if the buyers step in or if they don't. So they just trade it from here or from up here, right? Instead of trying to pick it up or down, they don't care. So I think tonight in particular, I want you to get up at 2 a.m. or 9 p.m., check futures, 2 a.m., check futures, and then check in the morning at 4 a.m. and 8:30. And it should be able to give you some kind of an idea as to where we're headed into Friday close and into next week. Are we going to sell down as deep as we can get it, come back to the market after Memorial Day, and buy that fucking nice big dip down at the 75 or 60 or 30, Or are we just going to keep on super ramping up into June, which is very possible. It is very possible that we trade that 6,000. We trade fucking, just keep fucking melting. And this guy here, Malavi, is warning you of that. He's telling you retailers don't fuck around. And if they're not in the market trading, and you guys are, you retailers are in, you have like 25% of the market. If you're all on the same page, you can run this fucker up badly, no matter what they say they want. So if you guys are not bearish yet, and I saw some commentary of retailers being very bullish here, and I think that they're well hedged. I don't think that I don't think retailers are afraid of going up. And if other people aren't in the market and you can get dealers on your side and they're like 15 to 18% of the market, you're a force to be fucked with, or not to be fucked with at times in the month. There are times in the month where you can make price go up and down too. But most retailers are just bullish. Like Wall Street's price agnostic. Retailers, though, in particular, are usually about 70% of them are fucking bulls, up and to the right kind of crowd. So I want you to watch this stuff tonight. I want you to see where, I want you to pay attention to the overnight and who's buying, who's not buying. Are they going to support this market into tomorrow or not? And I want you to think about those dealers as offering up price. Like, hey, I've got a share of SPY here. Do you want it? Do you want, do you want to buy this? No? Okay, maybe it has to be lower in the next market. Or yes, you want to buy it? Okay. So then I go into the next market, and that market's like, oh, yeah, dude, Asia just bought. I got to buy now. And what about the U.S. market? Are they going to want to buy this higher or not, right? So, like, London has to make that decision, or London goes, fuck you, I'm not buying unless it's as low as Asia. The price floats down to Asia price, and they buy it. And they go, what are Americans thinking at 9:30? Do they want to ramp this fucking thing on Friday or not? And where is price in relation to that? So price matters between markets, right? And you got to think about it, too, from our market. If we already squeeze up into an open on Friday, think about how you think. I ain't buying that shit. Let that shit come down and I'll buy it lower, right? So if we're not going up tomorrow, but we hold this buy zone here, and it's somewhere where everyone's buying doom, buying news, buying data, other than like maybe a quick switch down, we start heading higher. Does that make sense? And if they fail to buy it, and 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 price is down here, Americans will be like, well, fuck it, let's do some puts and get crazy to the downside. Make sense? I don't know. They're trying to simplify it for you, but as of right now, the market wants to trade 6,000 still, and there's no price action here I can see saying otherwise. We are well hedged, I think. There can be an argument made that there's no hedging below where we are, but those hedges have not come off yet. I don't think we can unclench to the downside until these are taken off. Hold on here. I don't think until these two are off. Hey, the coast is clear, bro. We're going to start mooning, then this goes away, and now we can straight down there. So, or if price can get below there, as a matter of fact, it's a small tick. It's right here. And price is pointing up right now. It's like right here. Trying to fight to get above this stuff. And this stuff will print too. And this gamma will die tomorrow. So like I want you to see these two gamma bars here. And I want to show you something else here too if I can. They should die. Theoretically, they should die. And that would allow us to go higher too. I want you to look at this here. This is 1 day gamma. 58.75 and 5,900. So we're pinned in on the open tomorrow. Like right in here. Right? Maybe even down here a little bit. But as that gamma dies on 1 dates, we should be unclench and go higher. I think the thought process here is that someone out there wants to get us underneath to increase put gamma and put buying to force dealers to chase lower. As long as these people keep buying, though, if they're well hedged, we can go up. So no decision. There's some other things I want to show you here before we go, which is, hold on here. Gamma looks good for bulls. If we go to a 30-minute basis here, not gamma, hourly velocity looks kind of good on SPX. You have like a series of higher highs here. It's possible we could be done with the downside move and SPYs. We're not getting big downs on these down moves with how deep we're going. If you look at trigger screen, velocity on SPY is looking okay. Come on here. We're seeing higher. Come on here. See this velo here on SPY, at least in cash markets, price isn't low enough. So SPY is showing maybe a little bit more weakness, but, you know, a potential for a pretty positive move up here. So price is going to matter, right? We're still back to price matters in velo. And these guys want to see if we can get this up here, right? You're going to see that velocity begin to turn up. And then you're going to start to get the dip buyers, right? The dip buyers will start showing up and we'll start ramping to 6. So anyone telling you like we're going down here? I would say not yet. I'd say the door is not officially open. It's like cracked to go down. I'd say it's like halfway open and someone's got their arm on it saying no. If they kick that door open, we'll get super bear. If buyers show up, they're going to slam that door shut and we're going to run it to the upside. So I would say, if it was me, I would say I realize that there's someone out there that wants to print those puts. I see the gamma. I want to print my hedge. I appreciate whoever's selling, whatever dealer's selling. To get those puts printed, I appreciate it. I have a hedge on. Maybe you can get me to 580 and under slightly tomorrow, so I can close my hedge out. Maybe, hopefully, or we bloodbath or whatever. But if you're not successful, and that gamma starts to die, we're gonna super ramp. So that's all I've got for you. I didn't expect to do this tonight. I was just trying to fix my camera here and trying to get my. Here, I'm trying to get my. Where's my camera? I was trying to fix my room here. It's still a disaster, but now I look like I've got a sun. And now it looks like I've got like a fucking orange sun on my face. I got to change it some more. I got more work to do. I look like I got permanent tan on my face right now. Yeah, I'm with you too, Jay. I don't fucking care either, man. If you live within the range, then you're good to go. I feel like that a lot. Like my trading history is like up or down. I hedge at these major inflection points, especially with like dates and times and shit. And then I just like right now, I'm an intraday trader right now. I'm price agnostic. I don't give a fuck. I don't care where price goes. I made a bunch of money on SPY on this big down move. I made a bunch of money on SPY on the back up move. Happy guy, happy as can be. Hey, thanks, David. I appreciate that. Were you selling shit ticket calls at the end of the day? Yeah, they were trying to do it three times today. As a matter of fact, if we break below, you start selling calls again, right? Like sell more fucking calls. But you should close those sold calls, right? If you can, right? So you should got to be moving that shit. So anyways, just be easy tomorrow in the morning. Watch the overnight price action. This is all simple shit. Just watch the overnight. You wake up with me. I wake up every fucking night. I kid you not. You can ask if some of you have met my wife, hung out with my wife, ask her. I wake up every night at 2 a.m., every morning at 4 a.m., back at it again at 8:30 a.m., every fucking day. Like, it's insane, but it teaches you you can even not wake up and just check it. You can go back and look, but teaches you where the sellers are, where the buyers are, why are they there. You know what I mean? It's pretty easy. It's not like I like to use the bull bear shit, but it's not real. It's fake. It's just the heel. It's like wrestling. All right, you guys have a great night. You guys got basically what I'm wanting to print for you tonight. And I want to tell you something else too. It's okay for you to be, hey, I'm bullish here and we've broken my support. I'm bearish now. Like, you can switch. It's okay for you to be a bull and the bear. It's okay for you to have a thesis as to where we're going and it be wrong. Like, hey, we should go up here. We should. Right now, I'm going to tell you right now, we should go up here. But if price breaks down over the nighttime or fucking news in the morning or buyers aren't there and they start getting fucking bearish, I have no problem. Hey, I'm a bear again. And you shouldn't either. Don't fucking listen to people out on social media. Fuck those people. It's all about you making money. That's it. Make fucking money at all times. So hit me up an email if you want to come out to movement this weekend. CaptainJimJames@gmail.com. If you're in the neighborhood, the vicinity, I will meet you. I promise you. I've got like a shit ton of, not a shit ton, but like a gaggle of people coming. They're cool people. They're all people that do shit. They make money. They have a good time. And if you want to have a good time, I don't know how you know me on the show here, but how I am in real life is I'm fun. I'm never angry. You never hear me cursing and swearing. Yeah, maybe once in a while, but I love to have a good time. And I definitely am adverse to not having a good time. So if you want to have a good time and you don't know anybody, have any friends in real life, you want to come on and have some fun, I'm easy. And talk to anybody. And I don't blab like this either. I shut my mouth sometimes. I got quiet. One night we were out and I got quiet and people thought something was wrong. I was like, no, you guys talk now. I want you to talk. So if you want to come out this weekend, CaptainJimJames@gmail.com. I can even just be like, hey, I'll meet you at this day and this time or whatever. We can hang out, have a blast. It's a good time. It really is. If you have no plans for Memorial Day, I know most of you do have family stuff, but if you don't, or if you're getting a divorce, you hate your husband or you hate your wife. Oh, if you're a woman, I will never fuck around with you. My wife is there with me, so don't feel like you're gonna be amongst some monsters or whatever. I don't have any fucking time for that shit. I got 2 daughters and a wife. So if you ever want to come out and you're like scared or something, I've hung out with members that are women in real life, and I'm not that guy. So you won't get like the weirdos and shit like that. And if anyone ever got weird around you, let me know and I'll knock them the fuck out. Honestly, we'll kick them out immediately. So don't be like, oh, and I don't care who you are in your politics. I don't care who you are in your creed or origin or any of that shit. All that shit goes out the window. We're here to have a good time, dance, hang out, eat, drink, and whatever it is you do, and have a blast. If you're that person, reach out. You're like, need something to do this weekend? Find my ass. We'll hang out. Chicago house scene fucking rules. I used to hang out with like Carl Cox and Bad Boy Bill way back in the day. Hung out with those guys years and years and decades ago when they were nobody. I used to hang out with Bad Boy Bill when he was like 20 years old. Nah, he might have been like 26. No, man, he might have been a little bit fucking older. He might have been, I think he pretended he was young. I think he's older than he says he is. I'll have to check to see how old he is, but yeah, Detroit techno, look it up. Detroit techno, it's famous around the world. It's as famous as Chicago house. So I'll see you all tomorrow in the morning. I'm kind of fucked right now. Like today I got burned down with a bunch of shit, and last night I got burned down with a bunch of shit trying to get ready for movement. So I'm kind of just fucked at this point. I'm gonna have to play it by ear as the weekend comes. I don't know what I'm doing. Like I'm supposed to check into a hotel. Oh, by the way, I got a hotel. I got a hotel right across from the show. If you really want to, and you're poor or something, can't afford a hotel in Detroit because they're expensive right now. You can sleep on the fucking floor of the hotel room. I got a hotel room at the Ponce train. It's got a pool, hot tub. You could put like fucking 3 or 4 people in there probably. I bet I could upgrade it and get 2 queen beds or something. So if you're like poor or something, like I can't afford the flight and the fucking ticket and this or whatever. Or you get in your car and drive with gas. You need a crash pad? I got one. I got a crash pad in downtown Detroit. And it's cool. You can you dance all day long, go swimming, go hit a hot tub. You get room service. It's a blast. I'm serious. If there's like 3 or 4 of you that are like, I'm fucking broke and I want to come chill, fuck, I got a hotel room. Go sleep in it. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning. You guys got a gist of what we're looking at, right? You want to watch the overnight. If the buyers show up on Friday, they're going to run those fuckers over. And when that put gamma rolls off towards the end of the day, if we're like sideways at the end of the day, they're going to fucking squeeze this shit to the moon. If we begin to lose price, though, we get negative or we get people going on vacation. They're like, nope, go to hedge here. We start trading down, we'll take it down together, too. So I don't care where we're going. We'll trade it together. So if you want to instigate a trade tomorrow, just wait for the open. Watch the overnight, and we'll take, if we can, we'll take the trade up or down together tomorrow, and that will impact our outlook into next week too. So if we start to sell it into the close, we'll look for that doomish trade into the close over the weekend, and we can come back. I got to think about something here. There's always June 2nd, So if we start selling here, what the fuck do you care? Go have a weekend party. Come back on June 2nd all refreshed, and we start blasting down. You're getting a better fucking price for a June trade into mid-June. It's going to be awesome. Kind of a kick-ass summer. And one last thing I want to leave you with. Tomorrow, and we're going to do a test tomorrow. We're going to do a test. Tomorrow, we're going to start looking closer at stocks. And when we come into the summer months, we come into this thing called the summer doldrums. It's boring. If we did a show around the summer doldrums, it'd be me and you trading flies together. And that's boring as fuck, right? It kind of is. Cool, but it's boring for a show. It's a great way to make money, but it doesn't make a good show. So what we can do is maybe we test out just looking at stocks, and we'll do it tomorrow. If tomorrow is going to be a tech Friday, whether it's puts or calls, you'll see someone clenching sometimes on Fridays. And maybe we'll look at we'll bring up I'll have maybe 12 tickers. I already looked at them earlier today. So I'll put up 12 tickers in the background. And if any of them look like they're going to fucking moon or go to zero, maybe we'll start trading some stocks together. And as we come into this summer doldrums, maybe we'll commit more of the show to that idea. When you guys do the self-guided streams here, you ever notice how if I put on a 15-minute chart or 5-minute chart, it's pretty accurate, isn't it? Kind of accurate, right? So we could shift at some point to where we have a SPY chart up. We say, we're going to go up today, put the chart to the side on the screen, and then we'll focus on, or it's going to go sideways today for summer doldrums. And then what we'll do is we'll focus more on single issues, and we'll delve deeper into these stocks, their fundamentals, their TA, and their gamma, and their why they're about to rip. So we can make money on rips elsewhere, I guess. There's another trade for summer too, which is the oil trade. If you review that white paper I gave you for the outlook this year, within it talks about oil bottoming this summer, and it should be there's a dog. There's a dog behind. What's up, buddy? What are you doing? Come over here, Henry. Come here, boy. Get on over here. That's right. I love you, bro. Checking in on me. We come into summer, there's some other things we can look at. If we can get inflation rampant again, if we can maybe even trade oil this summer, it would be fucking badass. Like oil and a bunch of single stocks. We haven't looked at oil yet. We need to. And we're coming into it, right? Memorial Day weekend, we should start to see the signs of life for that trade. And that could be very fucking lucrative. If we can get a rampant inflation in the start of summer into the end of this year, whew, it's gonna be spicy. Okay. Yeah, tomorrow we'll do a small segment on SPY, find out where it's going up or down, and we'll look at a bunch of these stocks for tomorrow. We'll focus on some stock trading tomorrow. Maybe we can get like a 3,000% or 5,000% printer together tomorrow. Google, GME. I'm looking at a bunch of them too. You guys want some? You're going to throw some tickers out there to look at for tomorrow? Things you can be interested in? Ready? Get a pen and paper. Pen and paper. Okay, we're going to look tomorrow at Google. We're going to look at NVDA. We're going to look at GME. Tesla, but I think Tesla has one more down before going up. We'll look at those. Those are all the standard bearers, right? But then we're going to look at, these are the ones I want you to really be paying attention to. Ready? I'm going to give you the good ones, the juicy ones. I don't never give these away for free. I put them in the Discord. But ready? This is, here you go. Ready? STX. STX. SGI. RRC. QUBT. That one looks fucking dope. It looks dope. QUBT. Check that bad boy out. That's the sexiest looking one right there. BCRX is already running. LFMD is already running, but it might have some legs in it. LFMD, BCRX. And there's a couple in here that need pullbacks first, but I'm not going to tell you about them because they need some work done. We'll review these tomorrow together. I will go over these stocks with you on the show live tomorrow, and we'll watch them in the morning. And if we can get some tech zero-day shit tickets going and get 1,000%, 3,000% printer, we will together.